Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Dithy or Noel coming at you on a Friday with your last video of the week. So no video until Monday, sadly. But I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. If you're not, then hopefully my video will make your Friday just a little bit better. Cause I think this is a really interesting story time. Well, anyway, let's get right into this. This story time takes place back when I used to live up north. Uh, and I went to a different elementary school. Like every year, I was basically at a new one. And anyway, I this year I was going to this one place. Let's call it Grassy Hill Elementary or something like that. Yeah, Grassy Hill. That's a good one actually. I was going to this place anyway, and in this elementary school, I was kind of doing good with friends. Like I know it wasn't really in elementary school. It's a lot easier to make new friends because people really haven't settled into their groups yet. Like they're different groups. Like I'm not just saying like popular and unpopular. I'm just saying the groups of friends that you're in because you've been friends with them for like your entire life. People haven't really settled into those groups yet. So it was prime opportunity for making friends. But anyway, I had quite a few. I'm not bragging or anything, but I had quite a few, and I had this one friend. Now, this one friend was a really cool dude. He was cool. Like, I got along with him super well. It was fun to hang out with him. I think I'd went to his house a few times. But this friend had anger issues. Now, sadly, he was, like, I think in, like, a special ed thing because of his anger issues. But, like, he was a really cool guy. But his anger got the best of him sometimes. And this is about one of those times. So it starts off as a normal day. I get dressed, eat some breakfast, and walk to school, because that's what I did back then. I get to school, and if you know elementary schools, you stay in the same classroom all day for all your classes, except like PE and like music and those things. But I'm in my room, and it's probably about oh shit, we'd probably not eaten. Or no, it was past when we'd eaten lunch. It was probably about 1 in the afternoon, too. Probably about 2 hours before we got to leave. And we're sitting in class. And for some reason, my friend is looking really heated this day. Like, he looks like he's about to pick up a chair and throw it across the room. I'm joking, but like, he looked pissed off. And, I kind of tried, like, hey, bro, you okay? Why do you, something bothering you? And he just kind of blew me off. He wouldn't really talk to me. So I was like, okay, he's really angry today. Hopefully he'll figure out whatever it is that he's going through right now. And, I kind of tuned back into class and I started paying attention more and doing notes or whatever we were doing. And then the teacher calls on him to answer a question. And even though he looks like he's paying attention, it's actually just because he's so pissed off he can't focus on anything but the wall. And the wall just happened to be behind the teacher. But she calls on him. He can't answer it. And you know what a teacher will do when you're not paying attention? They'll basically grill you about it. They won't like call you stupid or something or straight out call you out, but they'll be like, well, why weren't you paying attention? Was there something better or more worth your time? Just that shit. And she hits him with one of those, and I'm like, ooh, this is not a good day to be hitting this kid with it. And back in elementary school, not many people cussed. Like, cussing was not common at all. Like, it was very rare because not many of us didn't even know cuss words at the time. But she basically grills him for a minute, and they basically start having a heated discussion. I say heated because every time he would speak back to her, the volume of the conversation would increase just by 1 decibel every time. That's probably a bit extreme, but it would get louder every single time one of them talked. Until basically they were just full on yelling at each other. And this teacher did something that was not, I don't think she expected what was going to happen. But she walked over, she got sick of his shit. And she walked over and like did the thing that teachers do when they want you to go somewhere, but they're not trying to catch a charge for like child abuse. And they'll kind of grab you on the arm kind of roughly and kind of pull you out of class. You know what I mean? But she goes to do this, and he rips out of her arms. He, it all kind of went into slow motion at this point. And from my point of view, everything slowed down for a second. I watch him stand up, grab his chair, pull it out like he's going to like sit in it, But instead of doing that, he grabs it and takes like 3 steps away from our teacher. He then grabs the entire chair and just lifts it above his head behind him, and then both arm basically throws it at this teacher. And she's looking at him while he's doing this. And I just saw her eyes were getting wide as dinner plates every second. She saw his hands just going back further with the chair, because I don't think she could believe what was about to happen. And he basically, then everything sped forward, and I just watched him fling the chair at the teacher. Like, full force fling it at the teacher. Luckily, she kind of ducked a little bit, and the chair, like, I think it might have slightly caught her head, but it basically flew over her and smacked into a wall. It almost hit, like, a couple kids on the way over there, but it went over her head and smacked into a wall. And you could just see everybody in the room was just looking at each other like, what the fuck did we just see? What is that? What was that? And everybody's like freaking out a little bit because we can't believe that just happened. And then she just wastes no time, grabs his arm, and then yanks him down. And then we don't see the teacher for another like minute and a half. And then we probably get through another 2 minutes or 3 minutes of class until the principal comes, and he like knocks on the door frame and then points at our teacher and like motions her to come out of the room. And they were talking outside of the room, and you could see they were trying to like keep the door shut enough where you couldn't hear it, but we could all hear it because we were paying so much attention now. We basically just hear like the teacher telling the principal what happened and like what the events were, and we actually heard him saying like, well, he's going to be taken out of your class and put in a more suitable class for his needs, and just that kind of stuff, because I think he was in that like a special ed kind of part-time part of the time he was at school, but half of it he was just in our normal classes. And basically he was like, yeah, he's going to get moved to a different class, probably one that's all special needs people. And yeah, after that day, I didn't see him. I saw him like once when I went over to go hang out at his house like once, but it honestly freaked me out so badly at the time that he threw a chair at the teacher that I didn't really want to hang out with him anymore. But anyway, that's the whole story, guys. I hope you found it entertaining. It really was back then. I was really happy I remembered this story, and yeah, that's the whole video, guys, though. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.